Alright, y'all. Hey, everybody. I come here with a new message. And first, we're going to start off with we know what's going on right now with the politics and stuff in America right now. Don't really want to get into that. But I want to talk about first how I'm feeling about it. So, for some reason, well, I have an idea, but I don't feel anything about it. I don't feel different. I just feel like maybe like the other times it won't happen, because back in 2020 there was a rumor of war and things and such, and I'm like, oh, it would be alright. But I'm like, it's definitely not right for me to feel that way, because I'm like 100% positive that that's how the people felt when it was the flood with Noah and such, and with the people from Sodom and Gomorrah. And I'm like, I don't want to be one of them, you know, especially if I call myself a prophet or a speaker of the Lord. So I prayed. I'm like, God, I don't like how I'm feeling right now, and I'm just praying, like, God, if there's something that I should be saying or doing right now, I just pray that you speak to me and tell me, because, why am I so nonchalant about this? Obviously, something not right. And, honestly, after that prayer, he started speaking. So I'm like, oh, so I'm the problem. I'm the problem. So, obviously, I'm wrong for turning a blind eye or an ear to all these things going on, because obviously God has a lot to say, especially if he immediately start talking as soon as I make that prayer. I pray to God that he take me where I need to be, and wherever I am, that I don't doubt whatever it is. And he took me to Ezekiel 9, and it said judgment on idolaters, and I'm like, yep, we cooked. Yep, it's confirmed. There was nothing else. It went immediately to whatever I was talking about, immediately to judgment, nothing else. And I'm like, yeah, this is real. It's real. It's serious. So what I'm going to do right now is read it to you, and I'm going to do everything in the order that I made for myself, just to keep things in order so I won't be sidetracked or anything. So we're going to read Ezekiel 9 to 10. It's a 10. No, well, just 9. I'm going to do just 9 right now. So this is the NIV version. So yeah. Judgment on the idolaters. Then I heard him call out in a loud voice, bring near those who are appointed to execute judgment on the city, each with a weapon in his hand. And I saw 6 men coming from the direction of the upper gate, which faces north, each with a deadly weapon in his hand. With them was a man clothed in linen, who had a writing kit at his side. They came in and stood beside the bronze altar. Now the glory of the Lord of Israel went up from above the cherubim where it had been, and moved to the threshold of the temple. Then the Lord called to the man clothed in linen, who had the writing kit at his side, and said to him, go throughout the city of Jerusalem and put a mark on the foreheads of those who grieve and lament over all the detestable things that are done in it. As I listened, he said to the others, follow him through the city and kill without showing pity or compassion. Slaughter the old men, the young women and women, the mothers and children, but do not touch anyone who has the mark. Begin at the sanctuary. So they began with the old men who were in front of the temple. Then he said to them, defile the temple and fill the courts with the slain. Go. So they went out and began killing throughout the city. While they were killing and I was left alone, I fell face down, crying out, Allah, sovereign Lord, are you going to destroy the entire remnant of Israel in this outpouring of your wrath on Jerusalem? He answered me, the sin of the people of Israel and Judah is exceedingly great. The land is full of bloodshed, and the city is full of injustice. They say, the Lord has forsaken the land. The Lord does not see. So I will not look on them with pity or spare them, but I will bring down on their own heads what they have done. Then the man in linen with the writing kit at his side brought back word saying, I have done as you commanded. So then, after reading it, I remember a dream that I had, I don't know how long ago it was. I think it was a few months ago. But in this dream, it was a weird dream. So it was nighttime, and the sky was like a it was like a blue color. It wasn't The sky wasn't blue, but there was a blue light shining down on the earth. And I just was standing in the backyard, and I was walking around, and like you could see like blue portals opening up, and like dead dogs falling out of the sky and landing into people's backyards. And that was God, like, judging every person. If anybody had one of those things in their backyard, it represented a person being judged by whatever they did. Like, everybody was being judged. Like, if you was an adulterer, you was killing people, you stealing, literally anything, no matter how big or small, you was being judged for it. And I'm pretty sure people was getting killed. Like, it was bad. It was everybody's backyard. Everybody was being judged. But somehow I ended up being spared from that. And it wasn't because I'm good or literally anything like that. It was by the grace of God. Because I don't know what I could have possibly did to be spared. I'm not perfect. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what is going on? It was very scary. And yeah, that dream, I just kept it in my back pocket. Because, like, anyways, because it was out the blue. I end up writing it down and going back to sleep, And if I can find that screenshot of the note that I took, I can show it to you. But I was so tired, I ended up only writing a little bit. I didn't really put much description into it, but it was just probably like 2 sentences. Yeah, I'm gonna show that to you, after this. And then the following prayer, right? So after I ended up reading that dream that I had, because I wanted to look at it again, because it reminded me of it, like I said. And then I prayed again. I was like, God, I know you saying that you're basically judging us and such, and judging the idolists, but what is the idolizing thing that's going on? What are the people idolizing right now that's making you so upset? I want to know more. And I could come up with a lot of them, but it was specifically idolizing that people are being judged for right now in Ezekiel. So I wanted to know. So now we went backwards and went to Ezekiel 7 and 8. Now this is a whole lot to read, but I'm gonna read the things that was like him pointing out the things that was being idolized. That was just crazy. Let me find it real quick, just for a second. So I think I'm just gonna read 8, which is idolatry in the temple. So yeah, Ezekiel 8. Okay. So in the 6th year, in the 6th month of the 5th day, while I was sitting in my house, and the elders of Judah were sitting before me, the hand of the sovereign Lord came on me there. I looked, and I saw a figure like that of a man. From what appeared to be his waist down, he was like fire, and from up his appearance was as bright as glowing metal. He stretched out what looked like a hand and took me by the hair of my head. The Spirit lifted me up between earth and heaven, and in visions of God he took me to Jerusalem, to the entrance of the north gate of the inner court, where the idol that provokes to jealousy stood. And there before me was the glory of God of Israel, as in the vision I had seen in the plain. Then he said to me, Son of man, look towards the north. So I looked, and in the entrance north of the gate of the altar I saw this idol of jealousy. And he said to me, Son of man, do you see what they are doing? The utterly detestable things the Israelites are doing here, things that would drive me far from my sanctuary. But you will see things that are even more detestable. Then he brought me to the entrance to the court. I looked, and I saw a hole in the wall. He said to me, Son of man, now dig into the wall. So I dug into the wall and saw a doorway there. He said to me, Go in and see the wicked and detestable things they are doing here. So I went in and looked. I saw portrayed all over the walls all kinds of crawling things and unclean animals and all the idols of Israel. In front of them stood 70 elders of Israel, and Jezaniah, son of Shaphan was standing among them. Each had a censer in his hand, and a fragrant cloud of incense was rising. He said to me, Son of man, have you seen what the elders of Israel are doing in the darkness? Each at the shrine of his own idol. They say, the Lord does not see us. The Lord has forsaken thy land. Again, he said, you will see them doing things that are even more detestable. Then he brought me to the entrance of the north gate of the house of Israel. And I saw women sitting there mourning the god of Tammuz. He said to me, do you see this, son of man? You will see things that are even more detestable than this. He then brought me into the inner court of the house of the Lord, and there at the entrance to the temple, between the portico of the altar, were about 25 men with their backs toward the temple of the Lord and their faces towards the east. They were bowing down to the sun in the east. He said to me, have you seen this, son of man? Is it a trivial matter for the people of Judah to do the detestable things they are doing here? Must they also fill the land with violence and continually arouse my anger? Look at them putting the branch to their nose. Therefore, I will deal with them in anger. I will not look on them with pity or spare them. Although they shout in my ears, I will not listen to them. So basically, like we are idolizing like all type of things, like for instance brands and what people see on the internet. People got on, they wanted to, and just so many ridiculous things, and bowing down to hundreds of different gods and all this crazy things, like all of it, the lust, everything. Like this place is filled with so much idolatry and sinning and violence. It's getting so bad to a point where it needs to be fixed. You know, it's like Sodom and Gomorrah, like exactly that. And he just fed up. I don't know what to tell y'all. He just fed up. And what's really standing out to me is the fact that I don't think that no one would be able to escape it. It's not I don't think it. He even said it. Like, if you're not like in the direct fire, you're gonna die somehow. Either you're gonna get sick, you're gonna famine, plague, all of that. So if anybody thinking that they can, oh, I'm just gonna go to another country, I'm gonna leave, like it won't work. You're not escaping. And it was reminding me of when I was reading what was that? I think it was Jeremiah, but I don't want to be wrong. But God was telling the Israelites to submit to Nebuchadnezzar, or they're gonna die. And they tried to run away, and it didn't work out. They still got. So you can't escape the judgment. But he did say that they would be putting the marks on the people who still had a heart, basically, who's still sitting upright and doing the right thing in God's eyes. If that's you, then you keep it up. But y'all have to make sure that y'all households are in order, that everybody in y'all house is doing what they're supposed to do, just so that they can be spared. And I don't know, man. This whole thing, I'm just still processing. But yeah, no run away. Your sin will follow you. But yeah, it's just really important that you get yourself together. You get your stuff together and change your priorities. Cause I'm like, there's people moving right now, people getting married. Like, this is exactly what happened in Noah. Like, seriously. And I'm like shocked, actively in shock. Like, this could be me right now. Like, you won't know it can happen until it's you. And I'm still processing what's going on right now. So don't mind me feeling all out of it, but like, you know, it's crazy. So yeah, honestly, that's all I have to say. And that y'all should heed this and put it to work. I just pray that this gets out to as many people as possible. As many. But yeah, thank you for listening, and I pray that you may be spared and that you can have the mark of Christ on you. In Jesus' name, amen. But yeah, everybody's being judged right now. There's judgment happening here in America.